Good morning.
It's Johnny Sunshine.
It's Tuesday, guys. Uh, yeah. My eyes are killing me. Wow. Not good, man. It's a beautiful morning, I gotta say, man. I went over to I got this. I was having a hankering for a chicken burrito, and totally forgot it was Cinco de Mayo. I go over to Mr. Tequila's, man, and there's literally 50 people out in front waiting for a seat. Crazy, man. But it's easy to get in a place with just one person because it's easier than a party of 6 or 8 or something like that. But man, they were fucking partying in there, man. It was great. I had a good time. I ate good. Came home and went to bed, man. A couple things I want to talk about. That job I did about the water heater up in the up in the attic. My camera died, and I was just over it at that point. I should have elaborated when I got out of there and plugged my phone back in the truck. But I'll tell you what happened there. So initially, I pulled the panel because it was easy to get to, easier access than the top of the water heater. That's what I usually do. I pulled the top panel off the water heater. I tested it, no power. I went up to the top of the water heater, tested that, no power. Traced the wire back to that switch. Opened the switch up the whole time. I put the homeowner to work. She's very cool, man. I wouldn't do that with anybody else, but she's just cool as shit, man. And she's a dem, She understands. She's nice. Anyways, she would rather help me than watch me slither out of that fucking attic 10 times to do what I need to do. So anyways, now I'm at the switch. I pull the switch apart, have her turn the power back on. No power coming to the switch. I go down and I think, you know what, I'm going to open up this panel. That's when my battery died. I pulled the panel. I checked checked to see if it had power coming out of that, and it did. And here's the thing with testing. I hope it's not that I have a faulty wire on my tester. You gotta have extra testers. If it's that I have a short in one of my wires that's giving me wacko fucking readings all the time, I just hope that that's not what happened. But anyways, so I got power coming out of the after I I checked the connections on the breaker, turned it off and on a few times to see if I could hear any crackling or any noise or anything untoward, and I didn't. So I turned it back on. I went back up, and now I got power at the water heater. Intermittent problem, very hard to find, very hard. 1 minute it's on, the next minute it's fucking off. So I told her, I said, listen, this is an electrician's job. I can't do this for you. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. You got to be careful what you do, because it could come back to bite you in the ass, man. If something happened and that unit burned down, and I'm not a licensed plumber, changing out shit. I don't know if you need to be licensed to change a breaker. I don't think so, but I just don't want to get involved. Liability is the fucking word of the day. So, I told her, I said, it would be a good idea to just change that breaker out. It's a 20 amp breaker, and it needs to stay a 20 amp breaker. because it's a 3500 watt heater, 240 volts, and it's got a 12 wire feeding it, so you can't put more than 20 volts. 20 amps into that wire. So I told her get a new breaker and get a new switch. You won't have to worry about it. But I want to show you this book. I have a bunch of these. I remember picking these out of the garbage at Gorman's, man, a whole case of them. And it's valuable information. It tells you how to test everything. It's a pocket manual. You can, I'm sure they have an updated model with all the latest and greatest shit they sell. But this, the very front of this book, and it's only a few pages. I mean, an electric water heater is very, very simple as far as water heaters go. But this tells you all the steps to test everything. Troubleshooting guide. And it's just a great resource, man. You really should have this. Even though it doesn't take up much space in this little pamphlet, this book, it's a lot of shit, man, to do it and do it right. I mean, it's like 5-6 pages, and I'm gonna take this sequence of testing, and I'm gonna put it in large print. First thing you do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what you do. And the good thing about this is it shows you in this book. It tells you all about what the readings should be on ohms readings, branch circuit sizing guide. So I've got a water heater with 3,500 watt elements, 240 volts, and it says it should have a 20 amp breaker on this guide right here. 3,500 watt, 240 volt, 20 amp breaker. Anyways, and then down here, on this chart, it tells you about the elements and what the ohms readings should be. So when I tested them, the fucking ohms, they were ohming out right, correct, you know? I mean, I had a 3,500 watt element in 240 volts. It should have been 16.5 on the ohms meter, and it was, both elements. So 16.5 is the number on a 240 volt heater with 3,500 watt elements. When you go down to 4,500 watt elements, the ohms reading is 12.8, which I know that, you know, I knew both of them. And the easiest way, if you forget it, just test a brand new one, you know, and say, oh, okay, that's what this is. But this is invaluable, man. And honestly, I just don't use it enough. It's got a huge troubleshooting guide. And, you know, rather than look like a fucking idiot and have to run back and do it again, just take your time. You get paid to do this. Make sure you're doing it right. So I think she has an element problem. I mean, not an element problem. I think the water heater's working fine. I think she's got an intermittent short on the electrical. Where it is, I don't know. Whether they damaged the wire, putting in a new air conditioning system, trying to get it through that little fucking hole in the bathroom ceiling. Just a fucking shit show. Literally a 400 square foot apartment. It's got a kitchen, a bathroom, and a big living room, you know, and that's it. So there was another thing I wanted to talk about. Somebody made a comment that I to elaborate on. Oh, right here. Yeah. You're a good man, Johnny. Yeah, I really am. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke, too. So Cold King said, Johnny, you need to get a fan for up in them attics. My problem with a fan up in an attic is you stop blowing around fucking fiberglass and insulation. I'd rather sweat than have that shit all over me. To be honest with you, it's just a miserable fucking job. I'd rather sweat and take a break if I need to. You know, a fan, I just feel like I'm covered in that shit. Somebody said, Ray Bott said maybe that's also why the light in the attic is not working. The light in the attic was working. I, just like the air conditioning guy, thought that switch was for the light. When I first got there, it's not. I thought the light wasn't working because the switch didn't turn it on. I thought she needed a bulb. It actually had a pull string that if my eyes were better, I would have seen that. And the fact of the matter is that water heater is on a dedicated circuit. There's nothing else. There shouldn't be anything else tied on that. Not to say that somewhere in America right now, somebody's tapped into their water heater electrical lines and, you know, put a fucking addition on their house. We got 220 right, 240 right here. Let's just, yeah, that'll be good, Bob. So the job that I did yesterday with the shower trims, I gotta say that the Danco trim that I put on the first tub is a good product, man. It literally, you can put that trim on any of the old style. You can put it on a Posi Temp, Moen Troll, and a Chateau rough body. Great product. It's not metal, it's plastic, but it looks good, you know, and it's cheap, you know. But what really kills me is, you know, both showers were working. This guy, he bought the Danco trim. He bought another Moen valve that was the wrong kind. He paid me $175, and he also ran up to Gorman's to get another trim for a Moen Troll that his wife would like to handle. So I'm thinking, at a minimum, they spent $500, man. So they didn't have to look at crystal handles on their shower valve. This is the problem in the world these days, man. $500 fucking dollars. Good God. Stop looking at it if you don't like it. You know, put the curtain on that side of the fucking thing. Jesus Christ, man. I'd rather have the 500 than a fucking shiny new handle that's only going to look shiny and new for a week, maybe two. Come on. So the little adapter plate, brass, that I put on there to adapt a Chateau to a Moen Troll. That's what that does. It's never going to adapt it to a Posi Temp trim. But Moen Troll, you can get all the different finishes, and it's got the diagonal screws. It's a great part. I came home last night because I had to dig through every one of my Moen boxes, and I found one. I knew I had a few of them, and I've used them, but I found one, and I ordered 3 more. They should be here today. They're about $15 to $18 on Amazon, and that's about to change, man. Big time. We're in for some rough sledding, guys. You better be prepping. You need to be a prepper if you're fucking in a Donald Trump economy. He's killing us, guys. The cargo ships aren't coming in. They're down more than 50% at a couple of these, the ships from China that come in over in California. He fucking, he just isn't, he doesn't have it, man. You can't be a bully on the world stage, man. People will fucking push you back. You know? I don't know who he thinks he is in his little fucking brain is. People all over the world are pushing back, and unfortunately, we're gonna pay the fucking price for it. Donald Trump and his little fucking war against the world. Stop watching Fox, man. Stop prepping. That's all I can tell you. Because this motherfucker's gonna destroy this country. It's already too late. Because of the amount of ships that haven't come in, you're gonna see shit. Oh, we don't have that. The guy who runs one of the ports in California said that it is worse than what we went through with COVID already. So here it comes, man. And I lay the blame at the feet of the people who voted for him. I'm sorry, guys. I know there's a lot of you watching. You did this to us, man. Whatever the fuck caused you to go in that booth and stick it to the fucking other side to vote for Donald Trump, now you're gonna get the same medicine you thought he was just gonna stick in the Dems or the other side. It's coming. We're in deep shit in this country, man. This guy is a... Did you see the interview of him? He sits like this, kind of leaning to the left. I don't know what his deal is. He's such a, what do you call it? Such a vain person that he probably hunches over because he's got a big ass Big Mac belly or whatever the fuck he eats. I don't know what his deal is. He don't look good. He's a moron. I'm not a lawyer. We know that, Donnie. You're not good at anything but bullshitting. It's the facts, guys. I know you don't want to hear it. Some of you think he's the second coming of Christ. History will not be kind to this man or the people who voted for a civil war, basically, I think. I mean, they were like, we're taking our country back. Give me a fucking break. A simple question. Donald Trump, are you, as president, is your job to uphold and defend the Constitution? Well, you know, I've got the best lawyers. Yeah, I'm just the best. I mean, they're just, that's up for debate. Really? It's up for debate? Ugh. I can't. So let's see if I got any work today, guys. I gotta go put a little hose on the kitchen I redid the other day. I put a laundry tub in for these people, and I told her, you know, she washes her dog in it, and I told her you should get a hose attachment for this, you know, with a little spray wand, and she's like, yeah, we don't need it. Now she needs it. Another trip back. People don't get it. They don't get it. All right, so let's see how many calls I've got. Voicemails. Look at, that's crazy. It's fucking cray-cray. Jesus Christ, man. Hey, John, good morning. My toilet stopped up. Hey, John, good morning. My kitchen sink's backed up. Hey, John, good morning. I snapped off a fucking hose bib on my house. Hey, John, good morning. I need to talk to you about a whole house water softener. Hey, John, good morning. My name is Lisa. I saw you on YouTube, and I'm thinking maybe we should get together. Whoa, Jackson, that one goes to the head of the line. I pissed off fucking Sadie. She hasn't called me because I didn't go move fucking, I'm not an appliance remover, or delivery service. I can't be doing that, man. If it was easy, it'd be okay, but no, they're always in a 5-foot wide fucking room where you gotta pull one out to get the other one out. It's just a disaster, and I'm not a mover, man. I can't be doing that shit. I'm getting old, man. The old I'm getting old is a great excuse, man. I mean, that's part of my arsenal now, I mean, you can legitimately break it out. Say, hey, I'm just getting old, man. I can't do that anymore. You gotta fucking, you gotta fucking be thinking on your feet. So the girl that waited on me last night, her hair was long, black, just beautiful, man. Had an earring in her nose, man. She was just hot, man. And I was like, why are we treating these good people so badly, man? I mean, everybody in that place was having fun, man. And these guys, they fucking knew it was coming. They prepared for it. They had more people working. As soon as a table, the people got up and left, man. There were 3 people clearing that table, pulling the table out, sweeping it, and sticking it back in there, getting it ready for the next fucking crowd. And then she was worthy of. My bill came up to $26. I dropped her $40 on that, told her to keep the change, and she was worthy of a tip like that. Unlike most, I'm just saying, man, most of the American waitresses and waiters, they don't want to fucking. You'll be lucky to get a hello out of them. Once you put your order in, most of the time somebody else brings your food to you. Just fucked up. And then they look at you like, what do you mean you don't want to give me a 35% tip? What the fuck's wrong with you, asshole? What? I didn't bring you your water fucking good enough? No, it's really not worth fucking $15 for you to bring a cup of water to me. I'll get it myself. Show me where it is. So it was just a bunch of people having a good time. The mariachi band, those guys are cool as shit. They know who I am. I've hooked them up a few times. Just great guys, man. Great people. They were getting there. They must have been a little late because when I got out of my truck in the parking lot, they were fucking Mexicans running with instruments. And I walk in that door fucking 2 minutes later and they're already fucking singing. Ay, 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 ay. I am the Frito Bandito. Remember that? Fucking Frito commercial back in the 70s. Yeah. Politically incorrect. Mexicans are always the bandits. It's been going on forever. spaghetti westerns, you know. I'm here to kill you. So, my daughter used to joke with me that I should have been an FBI investigator. And when you're a plumber, you got to be like Columbo, you know? I mean, really, you got to ask questions step by step. What happened? Like that first call yesterday. The guy turned off his water heater. That's why it didn't work. He had this surge protection system put in, which we've, down in Florida, we've all gotten those letters to, you know, sign on to FPL surge protection. I don't know what that is, how it works. It's not just that breaker that was in the panel. But when he had that hooked up, his dishwasher stopped working, and that prompted him to go out there and turn off the main breaker and every breaker in the panel because he didn't know which one supplied power to the dishwasher. When he turned everything back on, the dishwasher was working, but a day later he realized he didn't have any hot water. And it's because he didn't turn those breakers back on. You know, they had, I think, two 20-amp breakers with a clip on it, so you had to turn them both on at the same time. And then the 30-amp breakers for the water heater were inside of that, and they were off when I got there. So you have to, and I'm confident I wasn't going to go through the whole fucking bullshit of testing this whole water heater up and down because he turned it off, man. And unfortunately, even on that job with the water heater in the attic, I worked on that water heater on Monday, and it worked all week, man, until the guy showed up on Friday. And that's why I just think it's a faulty switch. He went in there, he opened up that attic, and I'm sure he looked at that switch and said, I'm going to turn the light on. Well, he flipped the switch, and nothing happened. He didn't turn it back on. He left it off. So, shit happens, guys. It is what it is. I could have gotten into a pissing match with the first guy and said, you owe me this, blah, 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 blah. And it's not my fault, you know. You're the problem, not me. I could have done the same thing with that lady. I charged her, I told her nothing, and she gave me $50. So I got $50 for both calls together. But it goes a long way, man, in business. She'll tell her friends about me, man. I mean, first thing she's gonna say is he's just devastatingly good looking, and the quick wit is off the charts, and the sunny disposition. What can I say, guys? Some of us have it, some of us don't. I gotta talk a little bit about Mikey Pipes. He does his little hot dog stand on Fridays. He needs to hire a couple of Mexicans. They wouldn't have run out of fucking hot dogs. They would have served everybody with a smile. You know, I don't know how cool it is in front of a business to be serving up hot dogs and Grey Goose shots, but he's inspired me. This guy, hey man, you think I'm talking to myself?
What?
I'm talking to you. Do you think I'm talking to myself?
Yeah, I did.
I have a YouTube channel, brother.
Really?
Fucking guy came walking up. I got my eyes closed because they hurt, and I'm just fucking railing. And he's like, "What the fuck did I get into here?" That's fucking hilarious. How you doing today, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Hey, can you make sure you brush inside that spa?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got a little bit of green shit growing in the corners.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Otherwise, the pool is looking great, man. You're doing good with the chemicals.
Thank you.
You still, I thought you were ready to bail on this job.
I'm trying. I am trying.
You're from what? Rhode Island or
I'm
Massachusetts?
from Mass.
He's a masshole.
Yes, sir.
He's a masshole. Where in Mass?
Central Mass. About like an hour and a half from Boston.
Hour and a half
Nothing
from
from the
Boston.
South Shore.
Wow. She a Southie?
Yeah. She's
Whoa.
like basically.
Does
right
she
on-
swear a lot?
No, surprisingly, no.
Wow.
It's
like-
right near Rhode Island.
That is fucking hilarious, man. I open my eyes and this guy's been here for 5 minutes and I'm just railing. Yeah, so Mikey Pipes inspired me about the hot dogs. I have a 50 hot dog capacity steamer, and it takes 50 hot dog buns too, man. And I just got to tell you, man, the hot dog buns up in Rhode Island, the Wonder hot dog buns that just have crust on the top, those are the real deal hot dog buns. Those are the ones you can throw on the grill and toast them on the outside. But Mikey, you need to try some Chicago hot dogs. Look up that recipe, man. Once you have a Chicago hot dog, you ain't going back to just mustard and relish or ketchup. Even worse. Who the fuck puts ketchup on a damn hot dog? Chicago hot dogs are my favorite, man. It's got relish, mustard, onions, tomatoes, slice of pickle, some little hot peppers, some celery salt. Unbelievable, man. Mikey's cooking French fries though. I'm impressed with that, man. I don't know if he's got a deep fat fryer or he just bakes them. You know, puts them in one of those furnaces. I don't know, man. Somebody let me know. I'm gonna show up there dressed like a homeless person. Can I get a hot dog? No, can I get a hot dog? How many houses do you hit a day, brother?
I have 19 today.
Nine?
Usually around that age. Usually it's like a little bit lower, but around
Wow.
19, 18.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
In an 8-hour day?
Yeah. I usually do it in about 7.
That's fucking total hit and run there, man.
Yeah. But towards the
Gas
end
and
of the
go.
week, like Friday's easier. Friday I had less. I only had like 14.
And it's because they schedule it that way, so you,
Yeah, so our Mondays suck.
Mondays suck and the Fridays you get off a little early or don't have to
Fridays
work
are
so
nice, I
hard.
get out early.
Good for you, man.
Like 2.
I try to get off early every day. 10 to 2 is when I work.
That's a dream.
Yeah, man. When you're old. Retirement's coming soon, Jackson. Yeah, this guy does a nice job, man. The pools look great. The water, nice and clear. Feels good on you. Pretty damn good. I'm happy with it. What's the name of your company? Squeeze a nickel till the buffalo shits? Oh, no.
Pinch a penny.
Pinch a penny. I knew it was something like that.
Good call.
Fucking hilarious. I just come up with this shit, man. I'm also a struggling comedian. Yeah. I'll be here all week. Hey, did you take part in any of the Cinco de Mayo shit?
For what?
Did you go out last night for Cinco de
Nah.
Mayo?
Nah.
I did by mistake, man. I went over to Mr. Tequila's over there in Cattleman,
Yeah.
and that place was packed, man.
Right where I live.
Mariachi band yelling all over the goddamn place. Boy, he's got some lungs on them, man. Guys, see this? Get you some of these books, these diagnostic books, man. It really makes a big difference. It makes it easy. I don't have the, some people have the capacity to remember. They don't remember all of this shit, but they remember enough of it to get you through. But, you know, this is straight from the engineer's mouth on how these things are designed and how they work. And it's a great tool, man. It really is a great tool. And I'm going to read through this. I'm going to highlight some things. Talks about testing for, I knew how to test a thermostat to see if it was grounded. But I love the fact that they have these charts that tell you the ohms, you know, the breaker that you need for the water heater. So I was a little shocked when I went the first time and saw that 20 amp breaker in there on that water heater. And the fact of the matter is that it's got 12 wire, and that 20 amp breaker is the max size breaker you can have on that wire. Otherwise, the circuit breaker is not there to protect the appliance. The circuit breaker is there to protect the wire. From what I've been able to figure out and read, you know, you definitely don't want more juice. You'll melt, I mean, you literally just melt the insulation off of the goddamn wire and cause a fire. So that's what circuit breakers are for, to protect the wire, delivering power to whatever appliance. But this is a step-by-step deal on how you test it. They've got the screws numbered on the upper thermostat, the lower thermostat. Tells you how to go through step by step, and then even do a bench test. You could take out the, you know, if I want to eliminate all this bullshit, literally just change them out. They're so cheap, man. For a whole kit, it's less than $25 for 2 elements and 2 thermostats. Just pull them out. If you want to fuck around and play around with it at the end of the day and do a bench test on this stuff, go ahead and do it. But I say the easiest way is to pull them out and put new ones in, Jackson. But you should know how to test them. You should know how to do that. This guy's doing a lot better job because I'm here. See, he's spending more time than he normally does. Yeah. Johnny the helicopter. Hi, sweetie. Hello. Bella's hand, her claw is all fixed. She had a little sprain, I think. I know, Bella. I know. Come here, Gussie. Gussie, you looking sharp, man. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. So I did a little puff before I went to sleep, man, and I just go right to sleep. I mean, literally, like, it's tiny the amount I take, but my brain is a virgin. My brain is like a virgin now. I take a little puff and I'm done. 2 pump chump. How long have we been doing this? How long have I been talking to myself? 39 minutes. I'm gonna cut it there. Let's see what we can get into. I really need to clean my truck today. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't seem to have any work to do today so far.